Right. I would like to thank everyone for attending the Charter Review Commission meeting date as of December the 4th, 2025 at 5:30. We're wonderful. And we're in the Penn Room at Reading City Hall on the first floor, 815 Washington Street, Reading, PA 19601. We can silence our phones. I believe it's the person who's supposed to be here. Wondering where we're at. We're in the Penn Room. Yes, we're in the Penn Room. Yes, the Penn Room. When you come up on 8th Street side.
By the
Yes.
start.
The Penn Room is, you come up the steps from the 8th Street side, or take the elevator up to 1. It's the Penn Room, but right next to the police dispatch. Okay, thank you so much. Right. So I called the meeting to the order at, what time is it?
5:34.
5:34, thank you. And at this point, we're going to have the pledge of allegiance of the United States. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I will say a prayer. Oh, gracious and merciful Father God, we come to you this day and we thank the Lord for allowing us to have mobility in our minds, our bodies, and in our hearts. Heavenly Father, as we do this work, we give it to you so that you can give us wisdom and give us understanding of one another. And Lord, so that we will be able to serve the public of Reading, Pennsylvania. Heavenly Father, I'm asking you in the name of Jesus to go before us so that our work can be continued, and as well as meeting with your approval in the name of Jesus. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. Amen. May I have roll call, please?
Pastor Morrison,
Present.
Ms. Perez,
Present.
Mr. Myers,
Present.
Ms. Quinones,
Here.
Mr. Mejia,
Here.
Ms. Sheehan,
Present.
Ms. Melendez,
Here.
Bradford,
Here.
Mr. Rivera,
Here.
Ms. Bullock.
Here.
Yeah, no. I don't, the gentleman to your left, Evelyn, I don't know, is he a new member or is just a,
No, he's going to be public comment.
okay.
Yeah.
So I believe we have everybody here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 10 members present. The only one that I've been recording as absent is Brian Grubb.
And he no longer
Did he resign?
resigned.
Okay,
Yes, he did. By the
so do we have vacancy then?
No, we had Claudette Bullock to take over Brian Grubb.
No, she would have been taking over Adela Rodriguez.
No. We had the Yeah, what happened was.
But we still have it doesn't matter, we
Yeah,
still
we
have the
do, but
vacancy.
let's talk about what happened. She applied to the mayor. However, the mayor didn't get back to her, and Melissa, then she's in her district, so then she was able to bring her in as for Brian Grubb. So we still have
So,
another vacancy
Yeah.
from the mayor. And I believe we'll have that fulfilled within next week, okay? So, welcome, everyone,
but we have a quorum.
okay? Open re- Okay. Now, what I would like to have is for you, Claudette, to give us an introduction of you as part of our public comment coming to the board, okay? And then as you, Arturo, I would like you to have public comment as well, amen?
Well, my name is Claudette Cola. This is my first official meeting. It took a while to get to this point, and I'm looking to catch up to figure out where we're going and what we're doing.
Thank you very much.
This is Madam President, can I suggest that everybody go ahead and introduce themselves?
Oh, wonderful, yes. Start with you.
My name's Ann Sheen, I live on 15th. I didn't hear you. I didn't hear you.
I said, my name is Ann Sheehan. I live up on North 15th.
Yeah, one thing we've learned is we have to talk louder.
Yes.
It's not easy to hear across the room. My name is Dave Myers. I live up on Alsis Road.
My name is Jonathan Mejia. I live on the east side of Reading.
Oh, me? Oh, I'm sorry. My name is Sheila Perez. I live in the Northwest.
My name is Brenda Quinones. I live in the southeast side.
Tanya Melendez. I live in the 18th ward.
I'm Ed Stock, I'm the solicitor, and I also have to live in the 18th ward.
So, and I'm Pastor Evelyn Robinson, and I live in the North Fork, so I look forward to seeing you as a part.
Thank you very much, everyone.
Yeah. I don't look for.
Now, I have suggested that Claudette would be considering, just considering being the secretary. And she's just considering, so I really believe that we could help her out if all of us consider that, and that'll be a vote for the next time, okay? All right, all right, now we'll have public comment.
Well, good evening, everyone. My name is Arturo Bovea. I'm a Spanish interpreter. I'm certified through the courts of Pennsylvania to provide services in court. I'm also certified through the Certification Commission of Healthcare Interpreters to service hospitals and clinics. We have been in the area for quite a few years. We have an office on Fifth Street, and we're all over the place just providing services for the community every day.
And say what you shared with me.
Well,
Excuse me, can you repeat your name?
absolutely. It's my last name is weird in Spanish, so if you're back. Bovea is B as in boy, O, B as in boy again, E as in Edward, A as in Al. My first name is Arturo.
Yeah, I got that, I didn't catch your last name, I
Oh,
wanted
there you go,
to
okay.
note it for the minutes.
Thank you. So, basically what I have been speaking with, Pastor Morrison is about the engagement with the community. I know that there's many meetings that have happened. So it would be fantastic if we could provide some type of assistance, for our Spanish speaking community. It is a bit difficult, to understand everything that goes on when, with the lingo and with the type of communication and conversations that we have at the city level. It's not the same as going to a grocery store than to understand what's happening in city council and what's happening with the city. I noticed, we noticed this issue a couple of years ago when there was change in the waste management. It was a few years ago. that the community was surveyed and they were asked to participate and they were told what the changes were gonna be. But the community didn't engage much and it might have been an issue of the language barrier. Now, we know that many people in our communities are working, many people in our community are learning the language. It's just that it might not be, not everybody will have the same level to understand everything that goes on and engage with what's happening with the city. So an idea would be to provide services when there's public Zoom meetings, for example. There could be simultaneous interpretation provided. We are trained to do that. That's a service or support that we can provide the community. And also with written materials, there's a lot of things that, for example, a public survey, that's, it depends on cultural nuance. There's many words and many different translations for things that might mean one thing to some Spanish speakers and to others might mean something different. So we are trained to provide services in a way that is, I'm not gonna say blanket solution, but it's more like general, that is understood by anybody that would be reading a document. So we are more than willing to collaborate. We just want to extend the fact that we want to lend a hand. And if you can think of any ways that we can support our community, we're more than happy to lend a hand.
As you can see, thank you so much.
Thank you.
As you can see, it was Arturo who created the certified, and I say certified, translated document. So that we would be able to stand on this, that we have something that would be within the certification. So we're able to do that in the best way so that we have the opportunities to do much more. So he has offered to work with us without a formula or fee until we are able to move forward if we need his services extended to be able to be extenuated. Okay, so
Thank you.
I present that to you for someone who's coming in as a person who is gratis. Correct? Yeah, so that if there is an opportunity that we could utilize him at a later time, then surely we could do that.
Thanks, Brett.
Please, hi.
When you were introducing yourself, did you say you were a certified translator or interpreter?
I love that one. Thank you. I'm actually a certified interpreter.
By the state,
Sorry,
certified by the state of Commonwealth of Pennsylvania.
by the state of Pennsylvania, by specifically the courts.
Right,
So there's only two entities that certify interpreters national, well, medically, there's only the one that certifies nationally. But if you want to interpret in the courts and help out with different government entities, then it's the AOPC.
right, the AOPC.
Translators can get certified through the ATA, which is the American Translators Association. But I like the fact that you mentioned that an interpreter and a translator are not one and the same.
No, they're not.
So there's different skill sets, there's different things and different uses for each. So it's important to view them as different careers altogether.
Yeah. One of the things I loved about your presentation was the fact that you acknowledge that the different dialects, like you can't place one translation on every single dialect that there is. And when I was going through the interpretation process to be certified at state level, whoever it is, because in reality, how are the people that are offering these programs or saying we need them gonna know if they don't speak Spanish? So they're only going by whatever the consultant said. So when I was there, the consultant was from Spain, Castellano, and he totally chewed my butt off. You see, I ain't got any of that. But Castellano, and they were saying, oh no, that's not true. A lot of people said, it's like, no, because I recall this Mexican friend of mine who was from Pueblo, and he said he would always say pinche, te pinche carro, te pinche. So my mind, I'm thinking, why is he always saying a pinche, because the pinche to us in the Puerto Rican dialect is a pinche, something to pin something. So not until I saw the translation of the movie that I realized that it was actually a cuss word. That he,
Exactly.
and then I clarified it with him and he said, yes, that's what he was saying, but yeah.
And that's the type of thing that I like about the certification process, is that it brings all that to light. Because many of us Spanish speakers or any bilingual person, you might have learned the language with your parents, you might have learned it, just going to college or in a different country. But then again, you don't know the correct term, because just because you learned it that way, that doesn't mean that it's a term that would translate into somebody else. For example, I'm Dominican, so zafacón is a word for trash can,
Right.
but nobody else in Latin America will recognize that word because it's not the right term.
Well, we recognize it in Puerto Rico.
Well, there you go, but we're like right there.
Yeah.
So, but then in other countries, it's not the word.
We have another question.
So you realize you're talking about dialect, it's 21 countries that speak Spanish.
Absolutely,
So the 21 dialect different that you will have to deal with. Are
absolutely.
you ready for that?
That's what I'm trying to do. I work with people every day in the courts, hospitals, and I have to make sure that I'm being transparent and that I'm being basically, I'm conveying the information in a way that I'm understood. Even I have trained my accent, because again, we're Caribbean accent is very strong.
Mhm.
So if I'm interpreting for someone that's from Mexico, that's from Colombia, that's from, any other country, I would have to kind of pause and make sure that I'm enunciating everything correctly, so I'll be being able to,
I'm not an interpreter, but I'm a ESL interpreter.
so there you go.
That's what I say.
Yeah, you know the challenge.
All right, so you see our commission is made up of quite a number of folks that can do so many things. Now, is there any other question?
One last question,
I
for you,
guess-
just one last.
Okay.
Like, can you serve, because we're having problems, I mean, you talked about zoning meetings and things of that natures. Being able to have it translated. Right now, our city council meetings, the captions are in English. And they claim that the reason it's in English because the system, when they purchased it, that's all they allowed. So can you help us out with that one?
Absolutely, there's ways that, caption. We have conference interpreters that use caption sometimes, but it's more of a guide, because it's not perfect.
Okay.
So you have one word that can mean different things, for example, legal terms, deposition. In the medical field, it means you can translate it or interpret it in one way, and legal and health, and it's a completely different term. So machines don't understand that. They might try to give it context, but sometimes it's not there. And you could just throw off the whole conversation with that wrong word. So we do simultaneous interpretation, meaning we just hear what is being said and we convey it in the other language. So that takes a specific skill set, and it's better used when that type of meeting occurs.
Okay.
And if we can have the terminology, that's even better, because we already know we can translate and have like a glossary, and it's like, okay, they're talking about this, and then you have someone trained to be able to convey that in a more accurate way.
Okay, I'd like to, I have one other public comment, but cause I like to communicate, so we talk about communicating when it's public comment as well. This is good, and I'm so glad you're joining us, because I think it will give us a wonderful. Dee, did you have anything to say?
I do not. And I'm very, very happy that you came to speak with us tonight, because the services that you offer are at the level of proficiency that we really do need. And thank you very much for talking about the glossary, because as I was listening to the different dialects, I'm like, listen, people, we're not doing 10 different ones. We're doing one. And there'll be a glossary to help for any of those nuances in language, because certainly when we translate something into English, it's American English. It's not the Queen's English, and it would be dramatically different. So thank you so much for coming out.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So to move forward, I know that we need to make a motion to accept the services, whether they're free or not.
Yeah, hold on a second, I wanna hear from Carlos. Carlos, do you have anything?
No, I'm good.
You're good? Okay,
Yes.
good.
I'm good. Yep.
Now,
I make a
so
motion.
wait. Hold on. You want to make a motion to do what?
She has to say it.
Okay.
Yeah, I have to make the motion
Okay.
for us to accept the gentleman's services for the sake of any charter review commission board processes that we might need as a board.
I second.
Second the motion. And all in favor say aye.
Aye.
And any opposed? So the yeas have it. Thank you for that motion. The other thing is, I want to extend the public comment. Fred, you came.
Yes, thank you. I had an opportunity just recently to peruse the city charter, and there's some things that I would like to propose. One of them is dealing with the performance level of the individuals in directors' positions. I think there should be some type of financial incentive in order for make sure that we're getting the biggest bang for our buck. Meaning that if they're not performing their jobs, we should be able to some kind of way attach their pay as a form. If they're not providing the service they're supposed to be giving us, there's a deduction in pay. If they are providing the service, that they get a bonus. But once again, it has to be able to go both ways, but there needs to be some type of incentive, because currently there is none. If they perform, it doesn't matter. We're still in arrears. And one of the problems that we're having right now is with the new budget that's coming through. I believe we're late on getting the budget in the first place. There's 90 days that the budget's supposed to be in place and already up and have been out into the community. That hasn't happened. But there's nothing in place to force that. Nothing. One of the other issues that I'm dealing with is Department of Administrative Services. Who runs it? Finance Department or Human Resource? Or do we have an Admin Services Director? They combine Human Resources and financial the financial department into one agency. But there's no clear cut who's in charge of that. Those actually should be two separate entities, because those are two separate functions within the city. One being more accountable to the citizens than the other.
Yeah.
Human Resources is accountable to the employees coming in. Financial is accountable to the citizens that bring the funding in order for the city to operate. Those are just a couple of things. There's a lot more, but those are my primary. And the other, one last thing, term limits. A clarification on the term limits, because there seems to be some discrepancy as far as the term limits. As there's some unique quandary due to the fact that we were in COVID that changed the charter, which I read through the charter. I don't see any changes in it.
The term?
Did you?
There's term limits. But see, there's a fallacy out here that some of these terms have been grandfathered into a new.
Now, that's the good point. The question of whether or not the mayor is eligible to run for a third term.
The council as well.
Yeah.
Council members as well. There needs to be a clarification on that. I mean, I'm in this, nothing changes. I read the charter, nothing changes.
Yes. Yeah.
But in 2014, there was an addendum added to it, but that still didn't change the term limits.
And this is why we're here in the review, because those are the things that need to be undressed so that we can make the recommendations or for ordinances or put it on the ballot question. So you're right, you're right there where you need to be. But I want you to tell us what your interest is.
My interest is to make sure that the citizens or one other issue. In the charter, it indicates that the citizens should have ample chance to be represented within the city government. That's not happening.
That's what we talked about.
That is not happening. It seems to be that certain populations are being left out. Residency for the directors, I'm going to jump around a little bit. Residency is an issue because of there's no reciprocity of our leadership
Thank you.
as far as the money coming back into this, they're getting ready to put on our taxes 9%.
Yeah.
But now the issue that I'm having is, with that happening, how many of these individuals that are changing, putting those changes in, live in this city?
They don't.
Now, I usually ask for 3 minutes for public comments, but I still want you to say what you did with the mayor.
Oh, just recently went to the mayor to ask to be appointed to this committee. There was 1 seat available. And I was told that he only had 3 seats, but according to the charter, in this room, he had 4. Now, whether that has been what has happened, I don't know. I haven't received any, because I was hoping to be one of your new members as of tonight. That hasn't happened as today, so I'm not quite sure where that stands.
All right, we don't know that yet because the mayor was not in. He was on the phone, but not on that particular agenda. But he is there tomorrow, first thing. So I'm looking because, it's really important that we get people who are serious about, the commitment here. And you've shown in 1 week that you've shown the charter, you have read it and you have deciphered it.
Pretty much.
So that to me, that's special. Okay, but more importantly, the fact that we have work to do. And so I'm glad that we are finally in a crux that we are moving forward and being able to be complemented within our forum and also our commitment. And I really believe that's what I wanted to say today is that you have demonstrated, all of you, that you are committed up to this half point. And I'm trusting that you will be committed until the end. Now, that's all I wanted to say for the comments.
Thank you for allowing me the opportunity to speak.
You're welcome. You're
Can
welcome.
I just one last comment, if you permit?
Yeah.
Is it possible that you can write down all of your thoughts in terms of what amendments you feel?
Already started.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
What, I'm sorry?
I said I've already started.
Oh, and then, can you email that?
I will.
Okay, thank you.
You will.
Oh, good. So that's about the opening remarks in terms of me, but let's go to the minutes, okay? To the approval of minutes. Were there any corrections or any,
I have a correction.
okay?
Under implementation of work plan, the last statement, Ms. Perez suggested forwarding proposed referendum questions to the chair by November 30th so that they can be discussed at the December 4th, not November, December 4th meeting.
Did that again, Sheila?
Under XI,
Okay.
discussion of next priorities and work plan. Under section B, the very last comment speaks to Ms. Perez suggested forwarding proposed referendum questions to the chair by November 30th so that they can be discussed at the November 4th should be December 4th, and we should add 2025 meeting.
Any other correction?
For the record, I put 1 mistake in every minute, just to make sure you guys are reading.
I'm so thoughtful.
Don't get mad at me. You're not mad at me. Did it pass your test?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
did.
Get a gold
Very
star.
good. So I would like to entertain a motion
I
to
present-
accept the minutes as of the,
I present a motion to approve the minute for the last.
okay, hold on a second. Okay, go ahead.
I present the motion to approve the minutes from the last meeting.
Yes,
With the corrections.
and with the corrections,
Yes,
so, is there a second?
I second it.
Can we call for the vote?
That's one minute roll call.
All right. For those of you who say aye. Would you please say aye?
Aye.
And for those of you who are opposed, say nay. The ayes have it. Thank you very much. Okay. Now, down to the wire about our survey. So, we're not here to judge, we're here to work things out. And as you can see, the public survey is in English, and thank you so much, Arturo, for the Spanish version. And I give it to you because there are 10 surveys. All of you are responsible to bring in 10 surveys. If you want to do more, that's fine. But 10 surveys, that brings us into 100 surveys. All right away. And we're able to reach out to our family and friends to be able to get their input on that. And that what happens is it gives you a chance to see what the value of the survey is. Yay or nay, this worked, that doesn't work. People have a hard time with that. So it kind of gives us an understanding of how that survey is working towards the community. Okay, so that gives us a chance to do that. So I'm asking you to do that, if it's not too much trouble, to do it over the weekend. 10 people that you will survey, either on the phone or face to face. Does that sound reasonable? That sounds reasonable.
Now, just out of curiosity, with these surveys, and I apologize, permission to speak.
Yeah.
With these surveys, do they need to have a name associated with, or are these blind surveys?
No, they are blind well, we said if they choose to.
Okay.
Because we like to know if somebody has an important question.
Who it is?
Or, yes, and then we could get back to them
All right.
specifically. So please, if there's someone that really is interested, then we would like them to be able to contact. Yeah.
Unfortunately, I'm gonna be out of town at a funeral this weekend.
All right, so how about
I'll
Wednesday?
try to back things like that.
Okay, thank
But I just want to
you.
let you know.
I'm so sorry that you passed, someone.
My brother-in-law's brother.
I'm so sorry that you passed.
Excuse me.
Yes, Dee,
I do not have copies of those.
I'll get them.
Can they be emailed to myself? I don't know. Carlos may have them,
Absolutely.
but I do not.
We'll email them to you, both Spanish and English. Okay. Now, as we want to talk about, yes.
I believe they're for the
Hi, how are you?
A meeting.
blighted property upstairs.
Upstairs. Yes, that's okay. That's okay.
No, that's.
We can.
It's a different meeting.
Like, probably wanted to be there, but we couldn't.
I have a
Okay.
question.
Go ahead,
Who will certify this in Spanish?
this young man.
What's wrong?
Do you have a issue with that?
I don't know, he just came in.
Oh, okay.
But he certified,
Okay. Is there anything else that's needed?
What is it?
he's certified
Certifying for who, from?
through the state and through the processes. He's actually a court interpreter.
Yeah.
He does,
Interesting.
and he's also a translator certified.
Okay, he just got here and I'm asking, I've been here 4 months. Who was the person that says it's okay, it's in Spanish, it's good,
No,
He did it?
Yeah.
And who certified?
He'll tell you who
Today?
certified that he's
And he's
certified.
today, and he certified today, he was part of us yesterday,
No,
so who helped, who told him we can certify this document?
simply because he is able to, one, come with the skills and to participate as a community member. We've never showed any community member the not to be a
So-
part of us.
Are you guys, sorry, my English is.
Say what you need to say.
Everybody's is okay with the, something is certified without asking you?
I'm okay
Because
with it.
we are not, it's not, I'm okay, we are bored. You know, I bring a paper today, another today paper, or this paper is certified. We don't have the city council, they nothing is certified there.
Okay.
So how we certify
Can you
this?
respond to them?
I don't care. I don't care. I don't talk about the bad mood. That he's the one that did it.
Sure,
And I just found out who did it,
Yeah.
who's him. And then I believe we have to just look and approve that this is okay.
Okay, did you want to make?
Can I ask a
motion?
question?
Yes,
Is there a problem with the translation? Do you, as you're looking at it, is something out of sorts?
No, it's not a problem. It's not, we are, 9 or 10, not only one person. This is a board.
Seeing this procedure.
So all the people should be in, okay, or say yes or no. It's not just
Oh, I
come with a
thought-
paper and say something and say it's approved.
Oh, I
okay,
see. I thought we had voted on that. Is this a different survey? Because I can't see
It's in-
what
it's in
document you have
Spanish.
in. Can I finish?
It's in
I
Spanish.
can't see what document you have in your hand.
But it's
but the
not,
only-
did you see before or
may-
last week? Did you
I'll
ever
wait.
see? a
Let me know
survey
when I can talk.
in Spanish here, in these meetings?
No, you make a great point. No, she does make a great point.
There,
now, for those.
no, so less than this is like we have to approve it, and today we
Okay.
just come with a paper and say. This is approved.
Can I
There's
please
no-
have, may I please finish my
Can
question?
excuse me, can I recognize Dee?
Thank you. I just would like to finish my question because I'm not there in person and I can't see what's being handed out. So we did vote on a survey of 9 questions. Is that what's in front of us?
Yes.
Okay, we
Yes.
also voted that we would have that translated. Now, is the translation a problem? Because the process, and I'll leave it to Ed, he's the expert, but I'm just, because I can't see the document. And if this is coming for a vote, I need you guys to help me be my eyes because I can't see what you have. So what you have there, is that identical except in Spanish and English to what we voted on?
Yes.
It
Okay,
appears
thank
to be so.
Yeah.
That's my only
Yeah,
question.
here's
Thank
to
you.
be- look, I can tell you now is that it's the same.
So, if we would like to, if you feel comfortable and everyone's in agreement, then we could vote in that,
Who speaks
if you
Spanish?
choose to.
Who else speaks Spanish besides me here?
But see, this is the whole thing, this is what I want you to say, is that not everybody in here speaks Spanish. So do we leave it to the people who speak Spanish to approve it, or do we do it as a board?
Well, I will
As
do
a
as a
board.
board, because I.
Yes, absolutely, I'm glad.
But again, I asked, the one that speaks Spanish, we can read it and
Right.
say, okay, it's good, it's
You can
perfect.
tell me
We
what it
can
is.
change this, it doesn't make sense, It's things that doesn't make sense or things like that.
And that's
That's
what Dee had asked, does it?
Yes, it does.
Yeah, does it make sense and is it worth us then voting for that particular? Cause I like the fact that you said, let us do it together and we can vote on it. Now let's have Ed weigh in on
I think the easiest thing to do would be to have a motion made, put on the floor to have the Spanish translation approved. Obviously, there's several Spanish speakers here who have all indicated that the translation is an accurate one. So I think let's move on. Let's get this approved and move on.
that. Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
I wanna say something else, the first paragraph. This is not a Spanish that people are going to read. At all, Sheila, tell me this, they know what is autogobierno, legislativo.
Well, in terms of terminology and words that they would understand, I understand where you're coming. But the charter itself is complicated. It's been translated and it hasn't been certified. It is. And now here, we're dealing with a survey. Personally, I mean, I understand where you're going, and if you want to break it down even more so that the terminology could be understood. But right now, as it is, people don't even know what the home rule charter is or what the legalities behind it. Even in English, it's gonna
So,
go over
if
people's
that's-
heads, and that's a certified document.
If they don't know, you say the people per se, they don't know what they say, blah, 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 so why are we doing this for them in Spanish?
Right now, we need a survey, and básicamente, no, I have to get this off my chest. Basically, what's being done here is we're gathering information. And the information pretty much speaks for itself. If a person has a problem and can't understand it, you would hope that the people giving the survey would be able to explain it to them. That's basically what it is. Now, are we gonna be able to suit everybody? Is our educational level on this thing so that everybody can understand? Are they as educated in the politics of our local government and how it works to be able to understand it? Probably not. 9 times out of 10, it may be that we may have to break that down. Whether we dummy it down or not, it's still the same thing.
Now, I'd like to share in this context, the reason why I asked you to do the survey with family and friends, so that you can begin to understand where the issues are, what we're going to need to, if we have to do a tweaking, or is it the person that's going to be able to explain what they need to know? That's why I asked every single one of you to be hands-on, so that you could know where that survey is either flawed or it's going to work. Any survey has to have a test, you know. So this is the part that it's up to you, okay? So that's why it's so important for you to get out there, your friends and family on the phone with counterparts and do the survey. And then see where they understand it, see whether or not they would be able to respond. Go ahead.
Just to clarify, and I understand where you come from completely, because that's an issue that it's much larger, and not having that process defined is what causes confusion. So for us in our protocols and the way that we're trained is we're supposed to follow everything verbatim, and we cannot change the
meaning.
We can't change the meaning, we have to stick to the meaning, and we have to keep the register. So if I receive something, me as a certified interpreter, or if I hear a message, what I'm supposed is to convey it the way that I hear it. That happens in the hospitals as well, for example. If the doctor is using a high register, unfortunately, I'm supposed to use the same register because my protocols demand it. So when we step out of that, then I cannot assume, or I can't say that it's certified because I already stepped out of what it gives it the quality to be certified. But I understand completely what you're saying, and it would be amazing if there could be that process that was defined, like Pastor Morrison was asking who should vote on this, and because it depends, everything that's gonna happen from now on will depend on that. So if anybody can just define that system in which you would trust a translation, that would be an amazing way to go.
You know, I don't know if you know or you realize, Reading Eagle is writing for people that read 4th grade.
Okay.
Not for people that 6th, 7th grade, it's 4th grade level where you use it. Do you believe in Reading? You have a lot of people in Reading. The 4th grade will be a good one, but this is more than 4th grade. And then I can use this thing tomorrow with 29 students. But I have to go one by one, explaining to him in a language that they understand. Because I would not just pass it and let's talk today about the east sides already. No, for me, it's one thing. It says we're gonna go vote, fine. But again, we are 10, now only one person.
So I guess why we
Just a minute, sorry.
I understand your concerns, but I think correct me if I'm wrong. Once a survey has been created, we can't modify it. There is no beta process for it. We send it out, we get it back. However, if you think that the Spanish version needs some clarity a preamble for itself, we can create something additional for the Spanish one to make it a little bit more reader friendly. But the one that we have has to be translated identical to the one in English. Now, I'm with you. I think we didn't vote as a group to reach out to this person and get his certification. We also haven't seen his credentials, which would be my immediate, like, yes, can I see the credentials at least? Thank you. However, once we have the survey out, it's out. We can't just modify it for some people to look different than other people because it's not the same survey. So is it okay for us to make some kind of addendum if we need to the Spanish one for clarity's sake?
Sure.
I have a
That's
comment
fine.
on
I
that.
think, in my mind,
Not everybody speaks.
I think what Tanya is suggesting makes sense, because in my mind, the survey, and it took, a number of meetings until you finally approved it. So you have an approved English version of the survey, it's been posted. The translation, if it's an accurate translation of the English version, should remain as it is, but if there's a supplemental document that should be created to help, whether it's English or Spanish for that matter, to help explain the survey, there's no reason you can't do that. I do agree with Verna that it should be approved by the group. So if somebody could make a motion to that effect.
Please, can we have a motion?
I
Oh, I
still
think-
have something I'd like to discuss.
Go ahead, Dee.
I think it's premature.
My,
Anyway, that's
my,
the whole thing with the first one.
Go ahead.
my comment is this, and thank you, Ed, for what you said. If we are going to modify this at all, we're going to have to modify both sides. I'm not going to vote for modifying the English side without modifying Spanish, nor modifying the Spanish side without modifying the English side. We've got to do everything on parity so that all groups are treated exactly the same and get the exact same information and the exact same opportunity to understand it and answer the questions. I do also want to point out that even though the city of Reading has consistently and continues to favor English-speaking citizens, that doesn't mean that all English-speaking citizens understand the charter. Because when we started this very commission meeting, we had people on the commission who did not understand the charter. So if we're going to make amendment or change to the survey and revote a new survey in, this is an opportunity to buff and polish what we have and make sure, because our chairperson and two co-chairs have consistently brought up, should we have a larger lead-in to the survey, something that explains more and settles more for the person taking the survey. Thank you for listening to my comment.
Thank you, Dee. Okay.
Another thing that I need to talk about, yes, it's posted, but it's posted with side notes.
We're not ready yet.
And
We're not
hold
ready
on.
for that
In addition
discussion
to
yet.
that, when I remember that we spoke about changing, because I live in the Northwest. We have the Northeast, the Southeast, and the Southwest. I've been living in Reading for 35 years, and that's the only way we've addressed it. Now, we also spoke about not breaking it down. So Hampton Heights, College Heights is part of the Northeast area. So we said that we weren't gonna individualize all the different areas. We were gonna keep, if you're in the Northeast, then the Northeast it is. The Northwest and the Northwest, the Southeast and the Southwest. You shouldn't be considered special by breaking it out to Hampton Heights, which is part of the Northeast, College Heights, which is also part of the Northeast. And al lado del sur del Reading, or south side of Reading, is the entire south side. North side of Reading is the entire north side. West side of Reading, I live in the Northwest, like, that's confusing within itself. That's why we said we were gonna stick to just Northwest, Southwest, Northeast, Northwest. And take away College Heights, take away Hampton Heights. That's why, to me, it was very important to have the final version in place so that we could see it before we approved it the way we wanted it. And the way it was posted, that wasn't the way we wanted it posted.
All right, I want us to take a breath. And just take a breath. Because the points are valid. And the only thing we need to do is to vote in this translation. As I said before, please take the translation. Work it so that you can be able to report back as to where your concerns are. So that we can, if we need to tweak it, but I want to see how everyone else, because not everybody in the city of Reading that are Spanish speaking reads at a 4th grade level. Now, perhaps our constituents may be of that, but there are very knowledgeable Latino speakers in this area. So we don't want to dismiss anything when we know it's just a matter of just trying it and seeing how it goes. That's why I ask each and every one of you to take your surveys and begin to massage it so that you can see whether or not. That's the only way experiential data is going to be the most important thing. So what you discover, maybe all of us may not discover it. My friends who are Latino did very well or presented very well. Or those that did have a problem, then okay, let's see how we can. But when you're interviewing, as we have with the census for many, many years, we have been able to ask the question and then refer to how they are perceiving the question, and then be able to allow them to answer the question without influence. Okay, I'm asking you to do that. So if you have an issue with that, then let's get back on it. But let's get the survey out and done for the 10 individuals, so that we could come together and say, oh, look, this is how our survey landed. Claudette, you're very quiet. Is there anything that you would like to say?
Well, I'm sitting here listening and I see that we have an English version and we have a Spanish version. And we have all different levels in English and in Spanish, and then you talk about all the different types of Spanish. I think that we should just go with what we have.
Okay, so I'm asking for the vote. Those of you who are in favor.
You're asking for a nomination.
Oh, I'm
We
sorry.
need a motion first.
We need, what did I say? A vote.
A vote.
Yeah, okay, forgive me. All right. I would like to have
I
a
make a
motion.
motion that we accept what we have.
I second.
Is there a
that.
second? Okay. Can I call?
So the motion would be to approve,
The English version and the Spanish.
well, the English version's been approved. So the motion would be to approve the Spanish version as presented tonight. At tonight's meeting.
Correct.
And who made that motion? Okay,
And I second it.
I got that.
Okay, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Okay, the ayes have it. So let's move out and see what we need to do in terms. Now, and only you can talk about what happened from IT to this particular survey that is not, it's not ready yet on the web, on the city's web.
I gave it to the city last week, they raised a question about where people or what people are to do with the survey. There was back and forth about establishing special email account, for people to return the survey to, there was question raised about should, where it should be on the city's website, because analytics suggest not many people go as far to look at the Charter Review Commission's piece of the website. And we set up an email account after some back and forth because we couldn't get a city email account, so we set up a separate Gmail account. That's basically where it stands at the moment, as far as I know.
The back and forth, my experience back and forth.
Yeah, this was all in, traveling for the Thanksgiving.
But Ed, you were you were traveling.
Well, it's what I'm not complaining about it, but it was
No.
difficult to, I'm trying to, not look at emails while I'm driving and.
I don't think none of us blames anybody at this point, not at all. We just want it to be corrected, all right? Now, the city can create the Reading PA.gov, yes, they can. They just don't want to, okay? And you know that. I've asked Ed for his emails because there's a whole lot of stuff that I'm sure I'm gonna be aware of once I see the emails, but that's neither here or there. Yeah, I'm not worried about that. The important thing is that we get it corrected. We wanted, and that was suggested by the staff, that we want not CRC, we want Charter Review Com,
COM.
a COM, and then at
Reading
Reading
PA. And we
PA.
discussed that in the
We
last
already
meeting,
talked about that.
and we agreed.
And that was supposed to be done. That they gave us a Gmail account. That has nothing to do with the city. And the idea is, why are we treated like this
Second child.
this disparate treatment?
Yeah.
It's the disparate treatment. Now, we need to have that redone.
Rectified.
And we need the survey to be removed from the notes,
The notes too, the sidebar notes.
the sidebar notes.
Has everyone had a chance to see what we're discussing on the website?
Let me bring it up.
The notes that we made to correct is what's on the survey.
It's incredible.
So,
And the fact that they posted it without giving us a call, asking, are you sure you want those notes, sidebar notes included in the survey? They never did that.
Yeah, so I have a printed copy, so this is an example, when you go into the website, it pulls up to the side, that little notes. As I know it's a little, oh, sorry, it's on the
Yeah,
side,
sidebar.
but you can see it.
And that was for the corrections. So now we have to scrap that and bring it up to what we have in front of us, okay? And that's what has to be dealt with in terms of our
And
IT,
I'm gonna
okay?
say, I
Now,
gotta make.
now, just a minute. I was able, and I informed all of you what we told the mayor. You all had that email, correct? You all had the email. You didn't get it, but I'll make sure you get it. So that we understood everything that was to be corrected, okay? So Ed, I can deal with it. But if you want to do that, that's fine, but it needs to be done. Because that stuff needs to be corrected and immediately.
Well, if somebody could send me the Spanish translation, cause
Here it is. You have it, Ed.
No, he wants it emailed.
Oh, you wanted, okay.
It'd be nice if I could get it. I don't have it. I don't have any
I would like
paperwork,
it emailed also.
but I'll get that to the city first thing tomorrow and tell them to fix this. what Jonathan
Email.
was talking about, the stuff,
Stuff.
yeah. But
But
somebody's gonna have to, I don't have the power to fix this email issue. Okay, because I'm told. I didn't print it out, but I'm told that the city can't do it.
what do you mean they can't do it? They do it all the
Okay, well,
time.
I'm not here to argue with you, but that's what I'm told.
I understand.
If you don't like that message, you gotta go to the city and ask them to address it. I don't have that
Then we'll
power.
do that, we'll do that, Ed.
I agree, it would make more sense to be, Charter Review Commission at Reading, PA.gov. But
That's okay.
I can't,
May I?
Go ahead, Dee.
Okay, I just wanted to make a comment about liability. When we are using an email, the municipality, especially when we are asking the citizens to communicate with us, there is a huge liability for the city of Reading officials to put out a Gmail email account instead of a .gov when it is .gov business that we're doing. Now that
Exactly.
municipality will make the city of Reading extremely vulnerable to legal penalties. And I think that's just legally not intelligent. And so if it's a matter of having a conversation with the city officials and speaking on terms of what liability they're shouldering that their insurance company is not going to pick up, we can have that conversation, or we can make sure that everyone here on this commission is covered for this liability, because we personally are responsible for the work we do on any board or commission. Hope you have your insurance, but that's a different topic. So Ed, that is a very big point to stand on when talking to the city about creating an email account that they have the capability of a .gov, but they choose not to because they then are choosing to shoulder the liability.
And in that email, I use the term disparate treatment.
Yes, absolutely.
When we use disparate treatment, we're talking about treated differently than anyone else.
Any other?
Now,
commission?
this is the first multicultural commission that the city has ever had.
Deal with.
You have young people, you have old people, mature people, you have Latino, you have Latinos, you have African Americans, you have Caucasian people. This is one of the most multicultural board commission that ever was. Why are we being treated differently? And we are being treated differently because now we've had enough time to display how we're being treated. Yeah.
And two of us haven't been on other commissions. So when I tell you, I standing on commission, we've had orientation, we were given all the tools on from the very first day, and it's a stack like this, including the Home Rule Charter laws for the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, all of that, including the administrative code, including ethics, including the Home Rule Charter. It was a ton of stuff that we were given, and in this commission, we weren't treated that way at all.
I have a question. Since you have all the experience, when we started that first week and you noticed that we were not giving it onboarding, did you email?
We had the conversation with
Yes, we did.
And who did we email to let them know that we needed to start the onboarding process?
I spoke with Fred Latchin a number of times, the solicitor.
Linda Kelleher.
Went to the mayor to get a meeting for him. Spoke to Linda Keller. We've done our due diligence, okay? Because that's what advocates do.
But in reality,
You get to the problem. And that problem consists, but we're not gonna talk about this anymore.
well,
Because
can
what
I
we're
make
gonna
one last
do-
comment?
Yes, just a minute, Dee. When we'll deal with this, okay? And let's move on from it. Go ahead, Dee.
My only point is that this is not the first time this commission has sat or did their work. So it's not as if the city didn't know what was upcoming, and certainly it was the elected officials who actually recommend who sits on this board. But I think, and so I think there is a valid point there. But there is a much larger valid point to the vulnerability of data loss, public record laws, litigation, and lack of control. And if the city is okay with that, then I would like us to start talking about what kind of government we have, because if they're not able to execute their role, we are the Charter Review Commission, and it's our job to make sure that this government is functioning properly.
So as a result of that, I created a letter, I sent it all to you. And it was to the mayor and everyone else. So I would like to have that letter be
Read into the record.
yeah, read into the record and then approved. Do I have a motion?
I
Any
move,
discussion?
I move that we have the letter that was submitted with the email that was submitted as a result of the survey that was posted and the form that it was posted. And of course, due to the lack of compliance when it came to setting up the email, utilizing the readingpa.gov, because we are a government entity, the liability still falls on the city of Reading, because this commission is meeting on behalf of the city of Reading, email.gov or not.
Sheila,
If
were you
we're
making a
still-
motion?
Yes.
Or speech?
Or can you land the plane, honey? Land the plane.
So that we can,
Just go.
so that we can, fix, so that we can begin to discuss how we are going to resolve the mess that was created when this was posted on.
I'm gonna interpret for me, Perez.
Thank you. As I am so
She,
heated.
I believe she moved to ratify the issuance of the email which the chair sent to the mayor and other city officials 2 days ago. And has asked that that be made part of the record of tonight's proceedings.
It's included, right?
Yeah.
So we're
I'm
gonna
not sure I'd say ratify. Is that what we're doing?
Well, so the letter's already been sent.
Yeah, so it's already been sent.
So you're
we
ratifying.
incorporated it into the record of meetings.
Yes, correct.
Do I have a second? A motion?
I'm too confused, but I second it.
Okay, let us
Well,
go.
I can state it again if you're confused, Dave.
I really wouldn't be upset with that, would you be?
Go ahead.
So the motion is to ratify, and I'm using the term ratify just as an editorial side note because it's already been sent.
Mm-hmm.
So if I can't really disapprove it, because it's already been sent. So you're ratifying the issuance of the email which the chair sent to the mayor and other city officials on Tuesday of this week. And you are incorporating that email, and I will attach it to the minutes of the meeting tonight. You're incorporating it into the record of tonight's proceeding. That's the motion.
Okay, I'm behind that. Thank you so much.
So are you seconding the motion?
Yes, I am.
The motion has now been made and seconded.
Okay, now, can we call for the vote or would you like a reading? Did everyone get it?
We would have to call for the vote.
Actually,
Let's call for
you would
the,
do discussion before you take the vote, any further discussion, and then you would take the vote.
and let's.
And we have two new people who may not have received it.
Correct, that's absolutely right.
So
So,
we're gonna read it.
do you mind?
Yes,
reading it?
absolutely. No, I don't mind.
All
And
right.
do we need to take the motion before I read it into the record?
No, everything's good.
Motion's been made.
Okay, all right, thank you.
There's a copy of it?
No, but I'm gonna read it to you and I'll send it to your email.
Yeah, we'll send it.
Fourth grade level too.
Right.
Okay, this email was sent from the chairperson, the chair, Pastor Evelyn at W. Morrison, to Eddie Moran, Fred Latchett, the solicitor at Ed Stock, Linda Kelleher, and Cochran, Sheila Perez, and all the members of our current commission. Dear Mayor Eddie Moran and Attorney Latchet et al., I hope everyone had a wonderful gathering with family and friends as we give thanks to be alive in this moment of uncertainty. It is with great disappointment this email highlights everything that could go wrong, did go wrong, when we are speaking about the City of Reading Charter Review Commission survey and other circumstances. The CRC survey, as posted, is not the survey that was voted on and corrected. Why this version of the survey posted with the sidebar notes for the public to see is highly questionable. The question remains, how and why did this take place? Any professional handling this task would have placed a phone call to clarify if the sidebar notes were to be included as part of the survey going to the public. Also, I must mention that because our population is majority Spanish speaking and the City of Reading's reluctance to facilitate the captions to all our city council meetings and provide interpreters helping to educate the over 70% population that are affected on a day-to-day is also highly questionable, which also calls into question why a certified copy of the Spanish translation of our home rule charter has not yet been printed or made available to our Spanish-speaking residents as they are made readily available for the English-speaking residents. This treatment, we feel, is disparate. Additionally, the correction to the survey email was purposely ignored. Linda Kelleher suggested the email for the CRC should be CRC solicitor at readingpa.gov. I suggested that the email not go to the solicitor, but rather the email for this CRC, the Charter Review Commission, should be identified as Charter Review COM, C-O-M, at readingpa.gov. At which point I shared this with the city clerk, Linda Kelleher. However, the goal of the commission was to have a readingpa.gov address and not a Gmail address. Needless to say, the email is not what we had planned and not set with the corrected identification as the @readingpa.gov. This must be redone. We have also experienced untimely appointments on and off the commission, the lack of an onboarding process that was successfully afforded by the city clerk to other charter review processes, i.e. the 2013-2014 Charter Review Commission and the 2019-2020 commissions. Please note that 2 members, Sheila Perez and myself, Pastor Evelyn Morrison, sat on the 2019-2020 Review Commission. Additionally, the lack of resources that had our meetings thwarted by not allowing us the ability to record in the city council chambers with the sound and video capabilities where the public can participate in our meetings effectively. And not to mention the Charter Review Commission invitation to our own legislature and our governing body to meet with the commission as an integral part of the review process, which went out to all of City Council, the city clerk, Linda Kelleher, and the administration. Only the city auditor participated. We thank Maria Rodriguez and appreciate her diligence. It gives us pause as to why interruptions continue to keep us losing valuable time and have not been accepted as a formal body of commissioners. The city manager's response to our concerns was to have the commission send him an email of what the commission needed as we go into the second half of the 6-month time limit. We need collaboration and not deliberate obstruction for our process and purpose in order to review, report, recommend to City Council the Commission's recommendations for the ballot questions for the 2026 primary and the general election to the public. From my direct observation and knowledge as a seasoned and involved community servant leader, it is my perception that the novice becoming involved with our government of the people, by the people, and for the people are treated, so help us God. I look forward to open discussions on this matter and immediate resolve. This will then afford the commission the opportunity for a renewed commitment, I pray. Sincerely, Pastor Evelyn W. Morrison, MBA Chair of the Charter Review Commission, 2025-2026.
Thank you, Sheila, for
You're welcome.
reading that into the record, and that is what we have sent to the mayor.
That's not
So,
exactly the same one I had.
okay, thank you. So we are now for calling for the vote.
We have the question time, right? I would like for you to clarify "we" in every time you used it, because there was a lot of things in that letter that I would not have written to any of our officials in government, and I don't want the generic "we." That's just my personal. I have I was the one who brought up that the survey was not the right version, and I have no problem with reaching out and, hey, this is not the right version, we need to update the right version. But everything else is your own personal experience and your own personal point of view. And it should stay that way when the letter is documented.
All right. So
I would
that's
like to
your-
go on the record that that is very much my personal experience on this commission. In fact, there are 6 or 7 items not listed, but I think I like it.
Anything else?
I think the letter was warranted. A lot of us here are behind the scenes as to see what's going on and what, and I thank you, Pastor Morrison. As the chair, it's not been easy. And the struggles, not everybody is how shall I say? Not everybody can see what's going on because it goes on while you guys are at work. So during the day, Pastor Morrison takes her role as the chairperson to try to get out everything as well and as ready to be sent out as possible in order to make our commission look good. That's the reason why she's doing the things she's doing. Everything that she stated, even though you may not have agreed with it, it has happened. And we have emails to prove it. Pastor Morrison has emails, and she can attest to the fact that these things did happen. So even though these things may not have happened personally to each and every one of us, we're not individuals when we're sitting on this commission. We're a team. So all she was doing was protecting and voicing her frustration as to what's been going on. Time and time again, Pastor Morrison was told that everything was going to be done in accordance to what we had agreed on. Yet the day and there was a lot of time and preparation and dedication that went into getting it ready so that it could go out on the webpage. Pastor Morrison didn't just do that flimsy from 1 hour to the next. So I would appreciate that we keep that in mind when we're speaking. I totally get it, what you're saying, but she's representing the commission as a whole. And if you feel a certain way, then maybe perhaps you can respond to those individuals that you wish to speak with, to be able to voice your concern and say, that is not my perception.
Thank you, Sheila. I
You're welcome.
appreciate that vote of confidence. But the issue is we have a motion on the floor and we're calling for the vote. But the issue directly to what Tanya was saying, if you would have seen me or heard me say I through in the entire letter, then you would have thought I was a dictator.
I don't,
No.
not,
No.
Here's
But
my
I
issue.
look at, let me deal with the we. Because I thought I was dealing with a board that had the same experience.
When another member of this body brought a letter to be sent to administration, we went over it as a body. And we finally came to a version that we all agreed on. A shared consensus of what that letter, that communication from us as a body should look like, correct?
And we should continue.
Did we do that?
Yes, we
Okay,
did.
you wrote an email, which is perfectly within your own right to do so with your own name, and that's great. What I say is, if I'm going to be named in something, I would like participation in that. And I wasn't given, so all I'm asking is that the we be specified when the letter is introduced into the document to be Pastor Evelyn Morse,
Okay.
or as well as anybody else who would like their name attached to it, and that's fine.
All right, very good. Anyone else? Yes.
No, I mean, outside. Once you select a chairperson, that provides certain rights to that chairperson to speak on behalf of the committee. There are gonna be times when she's gonna speak and not have an opportunity to address the entire body, but she's still speaking for the body because she's been put in that position to do so. And like I said, there's gonna be a lot of times you may not agree with the information that she has, but you authorize her to do that. Unfortunately, I mean, you may not like the verbiage, and this is the time to discuss that. And say, going forward, maybe we should have more of a discussion, but if she doesn't have time to have that discussion, she has been authorized to make those comments. That's all I have to say.
Yeah. Is there anything else?
I also need to add, sorry, I also need to add that we have to keep in mind, we had a deadline. And the deadline was to get the survey out November 30th. December 4th, now, and we have a deadline as to when that survey ends, which is the 13th. So for us to wait till the 4th to have this discussion over whether we should send the email or not, rather than address it right away so that it could be fixed and immediately put out to the public, sometimes that time frame that we're hoping to get that isn't possible. And we have to trust that the person that we voted for as the chairperson is going to represent us and protect us as a commission in the best light possible. We have to trust that.
Did you hear the part where I said that the part about the survey being fixed, it was completely reasonable and okay with? But that was the part that was like, this is the pertinent issue that we need to deal with right now. Right? I said that from the beginning. Like, I have no problem with that because the survey was not right.
Is there anything else? Cause I'm gonna bring this discussion to an end.
Yeah, are we gonna, with regards to the survey,
Just
are
a
we gonna
minute,
do the
just a minute,
corrections like we spoke about?
Just a minute.
What correction?
We're at the letter. Okay, it's already sent. If you choose to say aye, if you agree, say no if you don't.
May I
Okay,
ask a question?
agree.
May I
Yeah,
ask a
thank you.
question? Because before we take a vote, the letter, the email is already sent. Whoever it was sent to has already received it and read it. Our voting right now is to make it a part of the record.
That's
So-
what we're doing.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, it's not ratifying, it's putting it in the.
Into the record.
All right,
No, that's not the motion.
What's the motion?
Please, people, please.
The motion that was made, it has not yet been voted on, but the motion that was made was to ratify the letter. And secondly, to incorporate the letter into the record of tonight's meeting.
Yeah.
Now, you know, if somebody would want to withdraw that motion and make another one, that could be done, but that's the motion that's on the floor right now.
Yeah, how about if I make an amendment to take out the word ratify?
Your amendment would just be to make the motion part of the record of tonight's proceeding. Okay, you can make that a motion.
Amendment.
Okay, so we need a second.
Second to the amendment.
Yes, sir.
I'll second the amendment.
Okay, let us call for the vote.
Well, you're gonna have to vote first on the motion to amend. And then the second vote would be on the amended motion.
Robert's rules, all right.
No, I agree with Robert. I think we should take it.
Okay,
I'm just using,
let us,
I'm just following the common sense rule. Let's do it one at a time. Let's, do the motion or vote on the motion to amend the prior motion.
So I moved it. Amend.
Yes, Myers made the motion to amend.
And I
Was there a second?
there was a second.
Now you need a motion to accept the amendment. Well, to rescind the initial.
I'm gonna just say vote on this motion.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, the chair
Okay,
should call.
so let us call for the motion.
The vote.
I mean, for the vote. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Hi.
Any opposed? Okay, so we have the amendment.
You're
The
opposed.
amendment is opposed.
Okay, so you're. Okay. And then we have the,
So then the second motion would be, it's now the amended motion would be to make the record or the letter part of tonight's record.
I make a motion to make.
It's already
the-
been made.
Oh,
so
okay.
made, we're calling for the vote.
Just
Thank
vote.
God.
We're calling for the vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed?
Nay.
Nay.
Okay, let me just get the names. Verna, for you and Nate. Okay.
Thank you very much. Okay.
What about Carlos?
Well, Carlos.
Carlos, did you vote?
Yes, I vote.
How did you vote? Yay or nay?
When which one?
The second one.
Carlos, are you paying attention?
Carlos was a baby.
No, I hear, I hear, but
How about if I do a roll call?
I confused.
All right, I'm
It
gonna
was a
do a roll
lot,
call.
Carlos. It was.
Yeah, let me do a roll call. And again, this is on the amended motion to make the letter that Ms. Perez read and that was already sent part of tonight's record. So, Pastor Morrison,
Yeah.
Ms. Perez,
Yay.
let's give it a repetition, Bullock,
Yes.
Ms. Quinones. Melendez,
Yes, on that.
you're a yes?
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Myers.
Yes.
Mejia,
Yes.
Mr. Mejia. That's it. You online people, Mr. Rivera,
Yes.
Ms. Bradford,
Yes.
okay, that motion carries 9-1.
All right, let us move forward. Okay, so we're down at 8 and we're looking at if we need to hire an interpreter service for the commission, we may be able to vote on that at our next meeting. If it is the choice of others. Okay, so I know that we talked about the volunteer in terms of our interpretive or translated services. But if that comes to be, then the hiring, we may need to look at, those people who are interested. Okay. Also, the recording secretary. Now, I know that I have shared this with Ms. Bullock so that we can consider her being the secretary, the recording secretary.
I
And what
nominate her for recording secretary.
Do you accept?
Not at the moment.
She's not accepting at that moment.
Bummer.
Okay. I think we just have to, see where we can help her at, in terms of being able to make that happen. Okay, because we would like to have a recording so that you would have the full meeting in a recording. So that you would be able to take your time to transcribe it. And also, be able to, just record the minutes, but that's up to you, okay? All right, so we don't have a goal there, okay? Okay, and we did talk about the meeting schedule for this meeting, the Penn Room, and now the next two meetings, December the 11th and also the 18th, is the council chambers. And that is when we were looking at what? The public hearing.
Right.
Okay,
I will not be at the moment.
which one?
December 11th.
December 11th, okay, Anne will not be here, okay. Anyone else?
I have a question. The Penn Room is here on the first floor.
Right.
The council chamber, is that the one on the?
That's the
second
one,
floor?
yeah.
Yeah. Alright. Now, what I had asked you to circulate the survey is also invite those people that you do survey. Invite them to the meeting. Invite them to any other constituent or friends, family that they would like to have something to say about the governance of their city. That's so important. So I'm expecting that we all would have at least 2 or 3 people that would be willing to come. That's not a limitation, but to be able to at least reach out to 2 or 3 people to come and let their concerns be known within the public hearing, and especially in terms of so that we can be able to see what are the public surveys, what are the issues that our citizens are on. Mhm. All right. Okay, we're down at let's see, 10, let's look at 11. Discussion of next priorities and the work plan. I know a lot of us had been talking about where do we go here, okay? And the most important thing is to get the survey out and running so that we can tally them, so we would be able to have the contribution of the survey. And our goal is 2,000 people. Our goal is 2,000 people. If you choose to have other surveys, we could do in person, or make sure all of your friends and family and constituents are, and your other board members to be a part of that. Now, I had a number of requests in terms of where we're going to send our now, Dee, when you mentioned about where those surveys will be sent, are you ready to publish it now or not?
No, I can never publish those because those are large wedding-based
Okay.
employers, and they
Yeah.
have their own philosophy about how involved with politics they're willing to get. And so I don't
Okay.
know, they may say yes when I show up with the electronic versions, or they may say no. So no, they cannot be published.
Very good. I'm going to read the list of those things that were brought into me. And if you have others, please let us know now. The Reading Public Library and all the branches. The Central Hispanic. Tech Central. Berks Latino Chamber of Commerce, NAACP. The city website. So we're working on the city website. The NAACP president has agreed to have the survey to those who are in the city of Reading. And then also he just wants to be able to get that survey out to the people. Is there a Berks Latino Chamber of Commerce
Yeah.
representative?
Yes, there is.
Mhm.
Josie Boykin.
Josie? Okay.
Mm-hmm. And then I lead. You can
Okay,
get I
Tech
lead in
Tech Central
Tech Central, that would be Vienna's
For
group,
what?
for the survey.
for the survey.
You have to talk to the executive director, how do you think?
That's Violet, right?
Yeah, well,
Yes. Or Chaika,
Or Chaika?
yeah, she's
Okay.
navigator.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, so do I have to talk to them or can you have? Can you,
I know someone has to talk to them.
Yeah, because
Okay.
it would be a conflict of
Yeah,
interest,
talk to
right?
is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then
What's the number?
Hispanic,
44 513
no, hold on. Okay, 484
513
513
33
33
48.
48.
It's Emery.
Emery.
Violet Emery.
Violet, okay, Violet Emery.
Mhm.
Okay, very good. Central Hispanic.
That's Mike Toledo.
Toledo.
Yeah, I know that, but who's gonna be in touch?
I don't know, cause I don't know.
I can talk.
Thank you. Okay, and how about the Reading Public Library?
I
We can
think
just
that-
talk with the director of that.
Yeah.
Does anybody want to do that?
I can do that.
Oh, okay, thank you, Anna.
And while you're there, if you could ask them if we can set up a table. So that we could take the surveys from people who's going in the main public library, that would be great.
I think all the branches.
All the branches is good, so we could do that in every branch, that'd be perfect.
Okay. Okay, then also the Reading Housing Authority.
Yes.
And Dave, this is from your list. Reading Housing Authority. Does anybody have a relationship there?
I do.
Yeah, I did too.
Oh, you do?
Oh, perfect, so, no, I give that to you.
Okay, Dave? Okay. And then also the 18th Wonder Improvement Association?
What do you think, Tanya?
I don't know, can you get a hold of her?
That
I'll do it, it's me.
Okay.
One of my
is
That's Tanya, okay,
So-
excellent. And
Tanya,
then
and
also,
the
we
18th
said that,
hold on.
just a minute, Sheila. The Reading Public Library, we already did that.
Right,
Okay. United Way, does anybody have a connection with United Way?
Yeah, Tammy White, I can do that.
Oh, you do, okay. Dave. Okay. And then Tech Central, okay. College Heights Association,
I can talk to them.
is that you, Linda? Okay, I mean, that's
That's
Ann.
Ann talking to somebody named Linda.
Linda.
It's like,
Okay.
it's the last name.
And then Berks Community Health Center. Who was that? That was your list,
I can
Dave.
do that.
You can do that, Dave? Okay, Dave. Okay, and then Central Hispanic, we had that. Okay, and then the NAACP, we had that. Okay.
I wanna go to Farm Fair.
Okay, no, wait, just a minute, Sheila. Okay. Fine, fair to do a survey.
Yes, a
Fine,
survey,
fair.
set up a
Okay.
table there and just grab people.
Okay, fine, fair, Sheila. Okay. Anybody else? Dina, do you have a special group
Besides Tech Central,
that, okay. Okay, so,
I do ESL in O group, but it's two Tech Central, so I was in O group, it's like.
okay, Oprah,
Can that be handled by the
The
18th?
O, no. O
Wonder?
group community center, they might hear, remember the name?
Oh my God,
What's,
Bill Clements.
Bill Clements.
Yes,
That's-
Bill Clement.
it's part of the Reading House Department.
Thank you.
Oh, okay, then you had that, right? Okay, good enough.
Okay, can I just,
Now, Sheila, you may.
is there any way that the 18th wonder can also take care of Oak Brook since it's over?
They don't allow any
That's why you have to.
pandering or they don't allow any surveying.
I would do the Reading Housing Authority.
Yeah, I
City
remember.
Reading Housing Authority.
Exactly.
And that would include Oak Brook,
Great, okay.
because you wanna get Glenside, you wanna get Oak Brook, you wanna get all the sewer housing, want them to do that.
They don't allow.
Okay. And then,
So you're gonna handle RHA, correct? Take the date.
Are we just gonna make copies of this question of these service?
Yes,
yeah,
I think that's the best way.
yeah. So we have NAACP, the Reading Vicinity Ministerium is my group. The United Missionaries, Abba's Advocates, We the People, Make the Road. Does anybody have a
Connection with
connection
Metro.
with Make the Road? Make the Road, okay. The Dominican Association,
That would be Patricia, that's what this group, right?
yeah. And the YMCA, that's Janice. Okay, Danny's Barber Shop. And then the city of Reading, we want to be able to, perhaps, do HR. To see if they would be able to identify some people to do the survey specifically. Okay, Reading School District employees,
Jonathan Tinoco.
Reading School District,
¿Qué tal lo que?
Jonathan Tinoco, he worked for the city already. Jonathan Tinoco.
Jonathan,
Nadie lo ha visto, está de frente.
you have,
He's the host.
and
Conflict of interest, double check with my supervisor, Fred Latch.
please, yeah, check it, because, yeah.
Chair.
Oh, I
Madam
can do
President,
that.
please.
Not a problem, because you already have you have a contact there. And that is for the community. So I'll talk with Brett about that.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so I'll talk with Brett. Okay, BTI. Anybody have a contact with BTI or Albright College?
Well, I graduated from BTI, so I can try and hit them up.
Sheila?
Mhm.
Okay,
WRCA, Great Reading, WRCA.
Type it in the chat.
what's he saying?
West Reading is not part of Reading.
No, GRCA.
Great Reading Chamber.
Oh,
Oh,
there you
Greater
go. Okay, is that you, Carlos?
No. I mentioned them.
It covers the city too.
Okay.
Okay, so that's no problem.
With Reading King.
Yeah. Greater
Did
Reading.
you know anybody
Anything
that-
else, Carlos?
If you need something for Reading Housing Authority, Stacy Kepen, or the High Rise Building, or Big Cap, I have good relationship with them.
Excellent, okay, Reading Housing Authority.
Okay, so we're gonna let you, Carlos, handle if you can get the Reading Housing Authority to allow us to conduct a survey to better serve the residents of not only the city, but most especially in the high rises. This isn't for business, this is work, this is no different than a political nomination form.
Yes, and the good thing is all high rise building have the resident council, and Kennedy Tower, and Howard Road.
Right,
Hugh-
correct.
And I have all name and contact for that people.
Beautiful, beautiful.
I'm going to send everything by email tomorrow morning when I stay in my office, and inclusive my state representative office is available for help or support any initiative for this committee.
Nice. Very
Thank you,
good.
Carlos,
Thank
we
you.
appreciate that.
We have the good conference room, space for 100 people. If you want to make any or holding any meeting, our office is available too.
Thank you so much, Carlos.
For town hall meeting.
That's great.
Yeah, that would be good.
Including 2 big caps.
Okay, now, Jonathan, all right, so I have Jonathan. Now, you work for the Reading Parking Authority. So perhaps we can ask the executive director to circulate the survey. Do you want me to contact him or do you want to contact?
You can contact.
You want me to contact him, okay? So that's Reading Park with our.
Why you including two Olivet Boys and Girls Club? These people
Okay,
reach
good,
out to the
good.
people.
Boys and Girls
But
Club.
aren't the kids can't answer those?
The
I
kids,
agree.
that's the boys.
They're
Are we
minors.
talking about the staff or are we talking about the? We can't do the children.
No,
No, the parents. The parents.
the
Oh, I see what you're
parents.
saying, okay, the
Oh, I
parents,
like that idea.
all right, parents.
Big up too,
Of
big
the
up.
boys and okay,
She left for the day giving message.
And
okay,
the Olivet,
excellent,
and the Olivet,
all of it,
the POW,
Olivet's is one of the Boys and Girls Clubs.
okay,
Olivet.
and then
okay.
POW, okay,
All right.
alright, so yeah,
Rick
Okay.
Perez is the executive director. Rick Perez.
Okay, Perez,
Rick
Olivet.
Perez.
Rick, okay. Okay, so you see. I can contact those people and get it out there. Yeah, and then that way we have a nice mixture. And if there's anything else that you want to send it to, make sure you keep a list of it, okay?
And what's the date for the surveys to be returned?
I think
the
it was-
13th we said, but we're
Yeah.
getting a late start. So the 13th isn't gonna work.
So if we do another week,
It's a late start, we're already late by a week.
let's do what we can do in the 2 weeks.
And then
And
also,
then see if we need to adjust that, okay?
okay,
All right? We're soon ready.
so no, the 13th, 7 days from the
Go
13th,
go
so
with the 20.
the 20th.
Go with the 20. If we can get these things done,
And what
that
about,
would be a big opportunity. Now, this is going to be the real deal. I need that.
those are the proposed.
Oh, let's read through them. Let's read through them so that we can, okay, let's read through the recommendations of the recommendation. Okay? Dave, you had some?
Yes,
Okay, can you read yours?
you want me to read them all?
Yeah, I want us to, we're doing a hearing, we're doing a hearing of it, okay?
Yeah.
All right, do that, and then Ann, did you have any?
Yes, I did, I sent it out to everybody.
Yes,
Just
okay.
for clarification, Anne, is you're the one that started with 11/30/25 suggestions for? And then Dave,
Yes,
yours started the
yes.
city of Reading? This is Anne, okay,
Yeah.
I printed and I didn't put who's
Yeah,
in it.
I have, I sent.
Thank you.
Okay.
And yours,
One-
that has all the beautiful bullet points.
You got
This
it.
is mine.
The long detailed ones, just run through it.
Great.
I want everybody to have a reading, you have exactly 2 minutes apiece.
I have a long one on creating a department of public health.
Just give us
I have
the
an
top,
amended version of it.
just give us the topic, give us the topic. No, wait, hold on,
Outside voice, Dave.
just give us the topic.
City of Reading
No, hold on a
Public
second.
Health
Hold on.
Department. I have an amended version I can send out to people.
I only want the topic. Okay. All right, go ahead, Dave.
An amendment to address parking tickets was allocated in board and commission appointments.
Parking tickets,
Yes, because right now you, if you have any outstanding parking tickets, you can't do it when it's board and commission. And so the $15 fine,
Is amended.
yeah, for
Bridge.
okay, go next.
merge the charter board and ethics commission. We can discuss. That was given to me as an idea back before they started to be able to put people on both of those commissions, but it's still
Okay.
something worth.
So you said ticketing, owing a ticket, and then also you said,
To remove, he said to remove that qualification.
So I said,
no, wait,
adjust that part.
Okay.
adjust, okay, that's the word, adjust,
Then it was
okay.
merge the charter board and the ethics commission.
What did you say? I can't hear you.
Merge the charter board.
Merge the charter board and the ethics commission.
Okay.
We got lungs.
update and clarify the initiative and referendum process. And review and update the role of city council in the appointment and termination process, and I think I had your idea.
Appointment and termination.
For whom?
Okay.
Oh, for the nominee.
Senior employees of the city.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Okay, that was it.
That's it, I could have more.
Great,
We probably will.
okay, and
Mine is, add a section to the, prohibition section, section 209, that no council member shall serve as a board member of any municipal authority.
Absolutely.
And that the city clerk,
Oh, I like that.
wait, council member. Serve as a,
board member of any municipal authority. So
See,
you
that-
could be on city council and serve on the
You know,
redevelopment authority.
it's right, okay, go ahead.
Consider lengthening the term of the city clerk from 2 years to 5, and that is partly to take it out of, it might take it out of politics, but it would also be a bridge for the transition of a new
Council.
council.
Now, you're asking for a 5-year term.
Rather than.
But also, we're asking that they cannot be affiliated with a particular party.
Yep. Now,
Because
Well,
what,
that's,
That's a separate. issue.
now that's a separate issue, but we're still dealing with the
this is separate from all of that.
That's, you want
but it's not separate, it's,
Yeah, it is.
we're dealing with the
Separate.
wait, we're dealing with, we're dealing,
It's taking it out of politics.
we're
because-
dealing with the office of the city clerk.
Yes, we are.
Yes,
It's two
Right,
separate
so you
issues.
said that, we said something else.
Yes, so they're two separate
Two
issues,
separate issues.
which is okay to have.
There's nothing in the charter I noticed, unless I missed it, about the mayor appointing a chief of police. And I think that that's really important. So I would add that as a amendment or whatever, to that the mayor shall appoint one chief of police and one city solicitor. Boards and commissions, 3 consecutive, consider term limits.
nice.
So you would be on a board, say, for three consecutive terms, then you'd have to go up for a year. And I mean, that's how most nonprofits
Right.
work. And think about whether or not city employees, elected or appointed, should be able to serve as voting members of any city boards or commissions.
No. I
Oh,
like
and
that.
then the section 1312, should the charter be amended to allow the composition of the boundaries of council districts to be aligned with any changes reflected in the census every 10 years. It might shrink a district, it might expand a district. And let's see, and add a Department of Public Health as per Dave Myers.
Yeah.
And then I did some work on the preamble because there's something that I think is really important to be in there. And actually, I think that this should be before we the people.
Mhm.
I think it should say something to the effect of, the city of Reading is committed to providing a welcoming environment for all, regardless of, I added, immigration status, race, country of origin, language, religion, gender orientation, physical ability, sexual preference, et cetera, and then have the we the people of Reading first.
So you're making,
Preamble, that would be your preamble.
Yeah.
that's making it a Title VII,
It's making it a what?
a Title VII.
I don't know what it's doing, it's just
It's a civil rights.
making
It's a
it a
civil
wel-
rights.
because the city is a welcoming city, so let's put that in the charter.
Yeah. I love it.
Go ahead, anything else? Thank you. How about you, Jonathan?
I'll write mine next week.
Next week, you're gonna do that? Okay, Sheila,
Okay. I agree with Dan. One would be term limits for boards, members of boards, authorities, committees, and commissions.
do something that's other than.
Okay, and then. Besides the nonpartisan and term limits for the city clerk, it should be term limits. And I agree with her in terms of raising it to 5 years, that would be beneficial. But in addition to that. Under the city clerk. It should be nonpartisan and term limits. The city clerk shall not hold any elected office, party office, or official position within any political party, not affiliation. We're talking,
That's important, because it sounded like you
Okay.
were saying you couldn't be a registered Democrat.
yeah, no, this is how this is what I've observed. At the municipal, county, state, or federal level during the term of service as city clerk. The clerk shall not publicly endorse or participate in partisan political campaigns except as permitted by federal or state law for nonpartisan employees.
Okay, anything else?
Equal treatment obligation. The city clerk shall administer the duties of the office in a manner ensuring equal treatment, impartial access, and non-discriminatory service to all constituents of the city of Reading without regard to district, demographic characteristics, or political affiliation. Any violation of this section constitutes a just cause for removal in accordance with the procedures outlined in the charter. And then the last thing would be guarantee of equal treatment under the law for all constituents. To affirm the city's commitment to fairness, equal access, and non-discrimination in all municipal activities. And to strengthen public confidence in city government. All officers, employees, agents, volunteers, and appointees shall provide services, information, access, and decision-making equally and without discrimination to all residents of the city of Reading. No city official or appointee shall grant preferential treatment, unequal access, or discriminatory enforcement.
Okay, Dr. Anything else?
Yeah, the ballot, no, that is all.
Okay, thank you.
No, I got anything.
Okay, Dina?
I don't have anything right now.
Okay, Tanya?
Neither do I.
Okay, very
Not today.
good. All right, well. Ed, you've seen that, right? The reading of that, we're gonna take that into the next meeting. And this was the best meeting. This was the best meeting. You all did well and you contributed very, very well. And I look forward to our next meeting. Now, please take time to invite people to our public meeting, okay? The public hearing. Okay, and then Ed will deal with that on what we need to do in terms of a public hearing.
Do we have a date for that?
Yes, we do. The public hearing,
This week in the fall.
Got it.
yeah.
The public hearing, it can't be next week and the following week,
So that you.
because here's what I'm saying. We haven't even finalized the proposed referendum. Though that hearing should be kept until after the proposed
No, we're gonna
referendum.
do it we're gonna do it conjunctively. Yeah, we're gonna bring all the information together
Okay,
with the public hearing, with the surveys, and then I think it's gonna come together for all of it.
Okay.
Okay, so we have to get this done and then we only have another month.
yeah.
After this. So.
Hey, can we make a motion to end the meeting?
Second.
Have a
All
wonderful
those in
evening,
favor?
everyone.
Thank you, Carlos.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. We'll see you next Thursday.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye,
You're
Carlos.
not in people club.
Maybe next week, you know.
Hey,
Oh, that's one.
now let me ask you something. Can we